the end of the day, and kind of like to make my videos at the end of the day. Kind of give a wrap up of what I got accomplished. And today was 7 hours working on the interior of the Mustang, and then about 2 or 3 hours playing with this Stingray moped, motorcycle, redneck, whatever you want to call it. But here's where we are. We done cut some pieces out of her, made her a little lighter, yanked a bunch of crap off the motor and the bike itself. This is kind of what we came up with. I stripped that Subaru motor down to its bare essentials. I'm not going to use that gas tank, and I'm not going to use that exhaust, so those are the two pieces that came off the top. And I took that gearbox. Let me grab the wheel. Yeah. That was the rear of that moped. I plasma cut the center off of that hub right there, and then very gingerly got that bicycle sprocket welded dead center on that thing. So that setup right there is a 10-to-1 gear reduction transmission with a clutch on it and a pulley setup. So, and it's also changes gears. It's a CVT type transmission, and that's kind of how she's gonna go fit in there. I'm gonna sleep on it for the night though, because I want to think about, I already cut back a little bit on that transmission there. You see where the trans and the motor are smacking into each other. I'm probably gonna just cut this top corner right off, but there's going to be a lot of torque on that because the belt's going to be pulling on one side and the chain's going to be pulling on the other. It's going to just want to twist it real good. So I got to kind of think what I'm going to have for mounts, and I don't want to cut all my bolt holes off before I kind of come to the conclusion of how I want to mount it and where it's going to go. It does have that real heavy one on top. You know, of course that one's going to stay. I'll probably just come right off the frame straight down and come up with some big supports with gussets and a hole through it and all. The motor, it should be fine. That plate is just a 6x17 inch, 1/8 inch thick plate, or 2 3-inch strips welded together, and they're just kind of tacked on there for now. The motor wants to sit offset, so I made the plate kind of sit offset. But it's a tight fit, but I think everything's going to fit pretty good. If you look from the back, again, everything's just kind of sitting there, but you can get a general idea of what my alignments are. That's the belt side of it, things, and I haven't cut a chain for it yet, but you can kind of see that that's going to be the rear train setup, or something like that. The tire's just sitting there too, but like that. If I have any issues with clearance of the tire, I could always kick that thing back, extend those tabs, and just put the tire pretty much right anywhere where I want it. I'm kind of thinking on a gas tank. I might go with like 2 small fire extinguishers that are getting thrown out somewhere, and I'll mount one on each side coming down. Again, not quite sure of that, but I like to make stuff for free or next to nothing, so it's gonna be whatever scrap I end up coming up with. I paid $10 for the bike. The scooter, the blown up scooter, was free that I'm stealing parts off of for that transmission, I guess we're gonna call it. And then there was a trick bike out there that was in a free pile that I stole. As of right now, I just stole the sprocket off it for that. So I don't know, I think it's gonna come out pretty good. It all packs in there fairly well. It's a nice tight package. I had to definitely cut everything out of the way to make it fit, but after I'm said and done, I'll go back and try to make it look like the bike. I'll see what I can put of the fender back on it, the chain guard. I'll see if I can get the chain guard to kind of sit on it somehow, and just little pieces like that. The 2 pedals, I'm probably going to have the pedals come out like this down, and then just be welded solid, and they'll be like 2 highway pegs, I guess we'll call it. Might even kick them up higher for where to put your feet. and probably a sissy bar coming off the back of the seat will give you something to lean against when you're riding. But the only thing I think I may still have a problem with, I'm trying to debate how it's going to be power-wise. I have a feeling that it's going to want to spin the back tire still too fast, and if that's the case, I'm probably going to need to go with a larger rear sprocket. So that I may have to fabricate something onto there, you know. But after it's all put together, I'll kind of decide and see how it is. I think what's going to happen is it'll go pretty good, but it's going to be kind of wanting to slip that clutch a lot, just because it's going to want to overdrive it. Figure that the motor that was on it was a 49cc, so the thing probably spun real fast, but it wasn't used to having that much power, so the springs that are in there, you know, the clutches didn't need all that much resistance. I'm trying to think how to say it. I'm putting a lot more power to it than it was used to, so the clutch is going to be a lot weaker than it should be for the power. It's constantly going to want to slip. Of course, I can take the springs out of it and start playing with it and doing all those kind of things, but who knows? We'll see what I come up with. Again, I want to see if we can get a much smaller front sprocket for that guy, but that's just on there for a mock-up, something I have laying around. I don't know, looks pretty neat for a hobbled up piece of junk. I'm into it for 10 bucks so far, so let's see how we do. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll stop yapping. Oh yeah, and the Mustang interior is all put together. Put all the dash back together in this thing. The console's in it, everything's painted. I don't know how well it shows up in the dark, but new dash pad, new dashboard, painted the metal of the dash behind it. Painted the rear. What you call those? Plastic panels on the back there. So that part's done. I still haven't done the motor, but I don't care. I wanted to play with the bike. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm done yapping.